And here we go. It is November 1st of 2023, and welcome to Trackside with Tom. It has been 2 weeks since we've been on the air, and it has been a very, very busy 2 weeks. And with me today, I have Noah Bolte. Say hello, Mr. Noah.
Hello, Mr. Noah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And we have Patrick Shea with us. How are you doing today, Patrick?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. So, we are here. We got 14 people online with us. So, thank you everyone for tuning in right away here at the beginning of the program. And we have 4 new webcam locations to talk about today. We have Placentia, California, which we're going to look at first. We have Springfield, Missouri, and we have Mount Vernon, Iowa, and Clarence, Iowa, because, as we all know, you simply can't have too many cameras on the UP Clinton sub. Isn't that right, Patrick?
Yep, that's correct.
Yes. See, I knew you would toe the company line if I put you on the spot.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, anyway, we'll get to all that in a little bit. Noah, I am going to switch us over. You have some timestamps from Placentia, correct?
Yeah, I've got a couple here. The first one would be at 6:40 this morning.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll this one by that we literally just saw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to give a little bit of background about Placentia before we get started here. So, just to give everybody a little bit of background, this is a suburb of Los Angeles. It's kind of situated between Los Angeles and Anaheim. It's actually just about straight west of. There's another camera there, a Railstream camera, and I am spacing off on the location where that camera is, but it is just east of this location, and it's where the split is, where the BNSF trains either go south towards San Diego or continue west, or east, sorry. Continue east.
Yeah, that should be Fullerton.
Fullerton, there you go. Thank you, Patrick. Yes. So, this camera has come into existence because the city of Placentia wanted to have it. They are trying to lobby to get a Metrolink station, and what you're looking at is actually the parking lot and a footbridge that's going to be access to the Metrolink station, and the platform is literally going to be on the back side of where this BNSF train is going through right now. And so in their quest to lobby for this Metrolink station, they are also trying to do a train count of the BNSF trains traveling on the San Bernardino sub, which is what we see here. This is the former ATSF Transcon between Los Angeles and Chicago. And like I said, I think we're like maybe 20 or so miles, 25 miles west of downtown Los Angeles. And we are... it looks like we might have frozen up here. There we go. We are looking at this and partly doing train counts, honestly. And I see Thomas White here is actually, that's my contact with the contractor that is the city of Placentia. So Thomas White, thanks for tuning in. And we are actively doing train counts for the city, and then we're also just checking this out as a fantastic railfan location. So by this camera, you're going to see Amtrak Southwest Chief, which we also see by Fort Madison and Galesburg. And then you're going to see some Metrolink trains because they go by this location. They just don't stop here as yet. And then the BNSF, primarily container traffic coming out of the Port of Los Angeles, Port of Long Beach, that's heading east. And so, all right, that one rolled by. So give me a timestamp here, Noah. What do you got?
Well, we've got Let's go to 624 actually.
We get to see some pretty beautiful sunrises here in Southern California as well. 624, you said?
Yep.
6:32. Oh, we are getting a little bit into just barely the crack of dawn here.
But I think that kind of helps to emphasize what I'm about to show you here.
We got to go back just a hair further. Oh, I don't think I moved that at all.
As long as you make it at 624 and before the 30-second crossover towards when it starts getting closer to 25, then you should be good.
Yeah, I found
train...
6:23:29, so we're in good shape now. So, and we'll tell you, it really is a nice pictorial view that we get here. But what I also believe is that we're probably looking at a eastbound Southwest Chief, or westbound Southwest Chief? Is that what we're looking at coming in here?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I would say you're right in terms of what the commodity is. In this case, people, but it is not going to be Amtrak.
I don't know if we can really refer to people as a commodity. All right, so it's a Metrolink train. But yes.
Yep, and it's gone. And then our next timestamp is going to be 6:40. 6:40:30, give or take.
6:40:30. All right.
With our, we're not going to call them commodity. What would you refer to people as? Just passengers?
Yes, they're passengers.
You're so vanilla, Tom. I don't know what to tell you.
That's all right. So, yes, are we going to see a westbound?
Yes, I believe this was a westbound, if I remember correctly.
So, just so that everyone is kind of oriented with us here, this camera is looking east, which is why we're seeing the sunrise. So, going under the bridge and away from the camera, the trains are traveling east. Coming toward us, they're traveling west. And there are 3 main lines here, but I do not believe that the 3rd main is cut in yet. I think that the last information that I had was that BNSF is still working on making all the connections and signaling upgrades to cut in that 3rd main, but it's not in use yet. So while we're looking at this, let's see here. We've got Czar Livestream, hello. Turf, hello. Stephen Kern, Michael Richmond, Alan Hunt, Santa Fe Man, hello to all of you. And Wolf River Rat, Daniel Swanson, Clay Train, Vern Rosenthal, Dave Kroger. Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone tuning in today. I think I might just see the hint of some headlights on the rail now. It looks like that our westbound Metrolink train may in fact be getting close.
I would hope so.
Yes. 6:40 and about 50 seconds here. And there it goes.
There we go.
And this is very similar to Metra. It's a push-pull operation. As you can see, they've got one. Oh gosh, what are those? Is that a 59i that they've got?
I think one does actually show up later, but I'm not sure if that was one. There's one that goes by during daylight. I just don't think I timestamped that one.
All right.
Because the camera was kind of, I don't know, it was getting a little framey in that one point, so I just didn't want to showcase that.
Sure.
Most of their power right now is those EMD F125s.
125.
Yeah, and I believe that's what that one was right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a fan of those. I know a lot of people aren't, but I enjoy the look.
Yeah.
Hey, just think of it this way. F units still exist in the current day. because that is effectively
just
it
don't
is.
stop. Please stop talking.
It is. There's an F. It's the same class as an F40 or anything else.
It's just not.
It is.
All right. Well, that's a debate for another day. Let's see here. Several good cafes and restaurants in the neighborhood to the left and behind the camera. Well, that's good to know. So if you're ever in the Los Angeles area looking to do some rail fanning, it's a pretty neat location. I'm going to skip ahead here. Now, one note that I will make so we can see it kind of more in broad daylight, but one note that I'm going to make is that we are not going to have sound on this camera. I am working on getting a scanner radio hooked up for it, but we're not going to have sound because of this being on city property and various restrictions that exist in the state of California and having to do with cameras on city property or cameras that are city property. So that is why there's not going to be any exterior or ambient sound with this camera. So I just wanted to clarify that for everyone as we are now going to move forward to our next camera. Noah, what have you got for another cam for us here?
We could go to Clarence.
Well, that would be fantastic. So thank you to the city of Placentia and to Perimeter Security for helping out to install the camera and have it hosted. And I am very pleased that we have this new location that we're able to share with everyone. All right, so moving on, Clarence. This is a camera that we have on the UP Clinton sub. And this one went up actually last Wednesday. This is what I was doing last Wednesday instead of hosting Trackside with Tom. Now, this one does not currently have it does not currently have sound, but it's going to. I just ran out of time to get the sound installed. But it is going to at some point. So, do you have a timestamp for us at Clarence?
Tom, of course. Let's go to 6:46 on the dot.
6:46 this morning. And we do have another beautiful sunrise here. I did want to highlight that. Oh, well, I found a westbound at 7:29. I guess we're going to watch this roll by first. Then we'll go to your timestamp.
Oh, that works.
Yeah. So,
and this was also a timestamp I had.
Oh, it is? All right. Well, I'm just getting a little bit ahead of you then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is looking east. This is on the UP Clinton sub. And yes, I realize that this is like our fifth camera now on the UP Clinton sub, but quite honestly, part of that is proximity, and part of it is because I fully expect, and this is just me spitballing a little bit, but I do fully expect that the UP is going to run the big boy into Chicago again sometime in the future. We don't know when. Maybe it'll be next summer, maybe it'll be 2 or 3 years from now. And when that happens, we are going to have full coverage of the UP big boy crossing the state of Iowa.
Sure. And I mean, it also, if we're talking more from a utility standpoint, this is the ATCS replacement.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes, it pretty much is.
Yeah, it really is.
Just so you know, Tom, the screen is just showing the Steel Highway Presents.
I know. I got it switched over now. We got it. I got it, and I got it switched back over so we can get the roll by also. Yes. Sorry for the confusion there, guys. I did get that switched back over. So, this host is the Clarence Sunstop gas station on the east side of Clarence, Iowa. And so, if you are out rail fanning the UP Clinton sub, now you can see we've got US 30 here in the foreground. It literally parallels the track pretty much from a little bit west of Mechanicsville, between Mechanicsville and Lisbon, all the way to between Grand Mound and DeWitt. It's a really, really great rail fanning spot. for chasing trains back and forth. And it's, as you can see, that literally it's just the highway running right alongside the tracks. The same thing is true of the Boone Sub out in western Iowa as well, with the US 30 paralleling the Boone Sub for many, many miles out in western Iowa. And this is just an example of we have a UP container train here. Looks like a lot of evergreen containers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And this guy, so Clarence is kind of on top of a hill. It's not exactly the top of the grade, but it's pretty close. And you will see trains working pretty hard to work up grade going west. If we had a wider angle, or if we were looking further down to the right, you'd be looking down towards the Loudon crossovers. It's basically downhill all the way to Loudon from here. And as we're rolling this guy by, you can see he's not really. I mean, he could be running on approaches. I don't know, but he's definitely not making track speed, and a lot of that is because of just working his way up the hill here.
Out of the Wapsipinicon Valley.
Yes, that's right. And I do know that from my own experience in 2019 chasing the big boy, this was a really popular spot because they knew they'd get the steam engine with a good head of steam working his way up grade at this particular location. There were a lot of people at this elevator shooting the big boy as he came into Clarence. Probably G4SE with the evergreen containers. I mean, that's possible. Yes.
That seems like a pretty likely guess to me, yeah. Just because a lot of these evergreen containers do end up going to Seattle, so I'm going to say that's probably true.
I think it's a reasonable conclusion to draw. It is always a little bit interesting to see the different types of equipment. You've got the rib-sided well cars versus the smooth-sided well cars. And some of them are 3-packs and some of them are 5-packs. And quite a few of these are actually only single stacks also. So those are interchanged from some eastern railroad with a low tunnel clearance somewhere. And just interchanged. And, if you're ever wondering why you see a container train roll by and some of them are doubles and some of them are singles, that's usually the reason is because of a tunnel clearance somewhere. And that's just the way that they got interchanged. But yeah, you see really a mix of singles, 3-packs, 5-packs, all through this train. And this is a hefty sized container train.
Oh yeah, it's a land barge.
Oh yeah.
There's very typical for international container trains.
Yes, definitely. So let's get caught up on our comments here. We've got Dennis Arms, hello. Joseph Lewis, Dave Kroger, Kit Stahlberg, hello. Alan Hunt, yes. Amen, brother, on the Clinton sub webcams. That's right. I think that was the comment about how you just can't have too many. And Daniel Swanson, Bob Scotland, hello from Scotland. That's an appropriate name. I mean, that's really almost somewhat ironic. Good work. Patrick Shea chiming in on the chat as well. All right, let's find ourselves another timestamp here. You said 6:24. Is that what we were originally headed for?
Yes. No, 6:46.
Oh, 6:40. Well, I sound 6:48. It's probably the right train.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, this time
And this
we've
is
got
just
an eastbound.
again to show the sunrise and how the eastbound train illuminates the elevator as it's coming by.
The elevator's got pretty good light. I was kind of surprised at how well lit up that elevator is basically all night.
I know, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, and it does provide a really nice backdrop for the webcam, honestly.
I still miss when it said Land O'Lakes on it, but you know what? I'm recovering. I'm getting over it.
Hey, I've got photos of that. I think I was actually, 2016, maybe 2017. I've got photos of that in various stages of being repainted, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But yes, now Purina has taken over Land O'Lakes, and now we have, and that's why we have the big, basically barn quilt on the side of the elevator there.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're just begging for someone to climb up there and play tic-tac-toe in it. I mean, that's all I'm thinking of right now.
yes. So this looks much more manifesty, even though it is kind of difficult to pick out in the early morning sunrise with low light.
Mm-hmm.
This looks.
And we don't have to roll this entire one by. In fact, actually, if we really wanted a better nighttime view of it, we could always go on over to Mount Vernon.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna. Did you have a roll by at complete dark?
Here at Clarence?
Yeah.
No, but I could find one like very quickly here.
One.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure I did. So this is our. This is our. Yeah, this is gonna be a westbound coming on, and this is again complete dark, but you can see got the crossing going, and headlights are definitely blowing out the camera a little bit, but you'll have that. And this one, I don't know, this one also, it looks very manifesty to me as well. So this is interesting
odd.
because
they just turned out the lights.
He dimmed his lights. I wonder if there's a meet coming. We'll have to watch this for a little bit and see. Oh, no, these are containers again. These are definitely containers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so another... Definitely another...
Nope, it's manifest. It's just got some containers up front. All right.
It had like a 5-pack of well cars on the head end, and then it went to... Now it's gone to all manifest, yes. So while we're rolling this guy by,
here's our eastbound. There we go.
Yeah. See, I haven't totally lost. He's got some auto racks in the middle of his train there, too. I was pretty confident that's why we were looking at it as being the... or as why he dimmed his headlights, yes. So we did get a meet.
Nice.
So, all right, Mount Vernon timestamp then.
Sure. Let's go to Mount Vernon and just let's move it on ahead to like 8:29.
Yeah, and thank you to the Clarence Sunstop for hosting us at our new Clarence location. So now we are going. Here we go. Here is Mount Vernon, and you know he's not online here. It doesn't look like today, but Eric Morris definitely deserves a lot of credit for giving me the contact info for this location at Clarence and being able to have a webcam here as well. So just a shout out for Eric. Our host in Mount Vernon is actually Diesel Turbo Services, and they have a location which is basically the former location of the Mount Vernon C&W passenger depot. And supposedly they did a bunch of renovation. I guess what the owner told me was when he first bought the building, there was still a house track here on this is the south side, kind of where trailer is parked over here on the right. That there used to be a house track there, and that was gone when he took it over. It was in like the 1980s, and that was taken out sometime in that time frame. And but now it's just the two mains. But this basically occupies the former location of the of the Mount Vernon C&W passenger depot. So a little bit of trivia for you there. We're not hosted at a depot in this case, but a former location of a depot. So what have you got for a timestamp for me here, Noah?
I want to say I said 8:29, but don't quote me on that. Now that I fast forwarded a little bit, let me check back. Yeah, 8:29. Go to 8:29.
All right. I can definitely do that. Oh, I can see all the cars clearing, but all right.
Just about there.
So another nice thing about this location is the signal masts, which are not always easy to pick out at daytime, but definitely at night. It's very obvious to be able to tell when you've got a train coming. Certainly on Main 2, but a lot of times on Main 1 as well, you can see that signal indication as well.
Yeah, I'd say maybe, the northernmost signal is the one that's easier to see at night just because the color will reflect, off the interior, the hood on the signal there. But, I mean, the one we see right now, like, look, we saw that drop from green to red pretty easily, even during, like, the bright, daylight sunrise kind of hours. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And the fact that UP switched to right-hand running on this line makes it pretty relevant for, camera uses, honestly.
Well, I mean, I think that, they say right-hand running versus left-hand running, but they really just kind of do whatever they want to do with it.
They do whatever is necessary if there's like a maintenance block or like a train tied down in the way, but generally speaking, they predominantly run right-hand now.
Okay. Well, that's fair. We will definitely have to continue to pay attention to this as we get more. So this is basically the top of the hill at Mount Vernon. Eastbound, this is the ruling grade on the Clinton sub, and it's going uphill from a location called Bertram, where they cross Cedar River, come out of the valley and up to Mount Vernon, and this is the top of the ruling grade going eastbound. And so a lot of times you will see trains come in here and just crawling by this camera when they first go by, and then continue to pick up speed as they continue to pass the camera, get more of their train over the top of the hump.
Yep.
Patrick, if you're still with us, do you want to look up a timestamp on Springfield for us?
I will do that.
That would be great. Let's see here. What else have we got for comments? We need to catch up on our comments here. Why is there not a clock anymore on CTA camera facing east? So I've had to do some jury rigging with the Chicago cameras because I had a PC go offline. Thankfully, I had the foresight to put some extra equipment in there. But I've had to struggle a little bit with getting the cameras all working exactly the same. So that's why that CTA one I decided was the one that needed a clock the least. So that's what I decided to stick with. Friendly should have a clock. I'm surprised it doesn't. I'll have to take a look at that. But anyway, Vern Rosenthal, hello. Yes, Thomas White, Daniel Swanson, Jeff Heisey. Official Elgin Joliet and Eastern YouTube channel. Aha. Well, nice to meet you. Buddy Burton Photography. Passenger ticker at Placentia. Well, so Metrolink does not have a passenger ticker like Amtrak does. So it's something that, I don't know, buddy, maybe if you've got the ability to do some programming and create one for me, that'd be great. I'd be happy to use it. But Jeffrey Heisey, Martin Benke, hello, Michael Richmond, Thomas White, yep, Daniel Swanson, Jeff Fife, Clay Train, and JJ by the Rails. I think that's a UP maintenance away car that just went by. The type that they use for actually storing maintenance away equipment, transporting it. Hey, we got 59 people online right now. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Definitely appreciate that. So what else are we looking at here? Oh, official
Huh?
Elgin Joliet and Eastern YouTube channel endorsement. Buddy, you're gonna have to calm down with that a little bit. Go do that on your own YouTube channel or host your
Hey,
own program if that's what
I
you want
think
to
they're
do.
just endorsing Steel Highway.
Oh, I see. All right, got it.
What? Well, once this train's cleared, I've got another one here at Mount Vernon.
All right, we'll definitely look at that next. Yeah, not seeing. All right, so we got that turned back on. When you get to Springfield, you might tell how quickly I got you on that one. Oh, okay. Buddy Burton, one of your favorite spots to visit. Yes. What's the newest camera? Well, the newest camera that went online is the one in Placentia. We're kind of working backwards here. Yes, Amtrak just through Galesburg. Caught the 1983 the other day. Yep, that one. 1983 went across the Clinton sub just a couple days ago. I don't remember exactly what day. Mac Doyle, Central Iowa Railfan Rail Productions, Nina ATCS, good to see you. Jesse, Mary Wright, yep, hello, hello, hello. The Ralston Purina Baron logo, making kitty chow, that's right, and dog food and all kinds of stuff. Yes. What new cameras are coming this month? Well, this is November. I have one camera install left that I want to knock out in November, and other than that, what I'm doing is I'm actually working on leads and taking meetings for camera locations for next year. But I have one left that I'm going to try to get online here in about 2 weeks.
Is there, are we going to get any hints as to what that is, or is that going to be one of those surprise, boom, here it is type of ones?
Oh, aren't those the best kind, though? Getting to
They
just...
are. Oh, I'm not denying that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, do you want to find out the gender of your baby before it's born, or you just want to be surprised when it comes out? Right? It's the same debate.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's our DPU. So this is the end of our eastbound manifest. What's the other timestamp you have for us there, Noah?
Let's go to 1047.
10:47 a.m. Let's go check this out.
I see the camera angle has been adjusted ever so slightly in the time between now and this train.
It has, yes. And here we have an
I
NS
gotcha.
leader. And this guy is barreling through westbound. But again, he's heading, well, he's kind of cresting the hill, but heading downhill through here.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, oh, there's some snow on top of the cars too. Those tank cars have a lot of snow on them. Some of them do anyway.
Yeah.
Looks like some of those covered hoppers may as well.
Hey, right. Wow. I just assumed. I looked at those tank cars on the preview thumbnail. I just assumed it was condensation, but now I see. Yeah, no, that's snow
Yeah, it's
or
definitely
frost.
snow.
At the very least, there's some frost up there, but that's still quite a bit.
Oh, and this guy's kind of a shorty too. He's already all
which is-
by.
Compared to that other one we just saw, which was who knows how long.
Right. Well, we're going to go back to the overnight hours and give people the full effect of the signal dispositions during the overnight hours. And
Sure.
I've got to go back here and just find exactly what I'm looking for. Because it really does give you... All right, so here you can see on main 1, you've got a solid red. And in this case, it's red. So sometimes it'll be red because the train's just cleared and the block is occupied, but that's the direction he's going. In this case, it's red because you have an oncoming train on main 1.
Yep.
And we can actually see the headlights coming. Yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about here. And what do we have for this particular train?
Let's see. Got Givo, Ace. Uh,
I think there was a
oh,
city
we saw
rail.
that. Hey, this is that train with the containers up front.
Yeah, that's the same one.
All right.
So this is something else that I've been kind of becoming more and more aware of as we've gone along here, is that camera hopping is a very real thing. And there are, in fact, people, and I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I'll encourage it, where you see a train, like let's say you see it go across the drawbridge at Clinton. He changes crews in Clinton. You watch him go by Grand Mound and now Clarence and now Mount Vernon and then Belle Plaine, and then they change crews again, and then you see him somewhere or going by Carroll out in the West End. And so obviously, you know, I'm running a YouTube channel here, right? So I'm encouraging people to go out and do camera hopping, but it seems like it's more. There's some Reading and Northern coal hoppers, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, it does. It's something that I have become more and more aware of. That seems like that people really enjoy doing this. You can say the same thing about the CN as well. Seeing them go by East Dubuque, and then Cedar Falls, and then Mills Tower. On the BNSF now, we can watch them at Galesburg and Savannah and East Dubuque and Trempealeau. And so this is the sort of thing that I like encouraging. I like really hearing about these stories. So, yeah, it's kind of a interesting segue or side note to this whole train watching conversation that we've been having. So, all right, what else have we got for comments here? Meet, new cameras. Tell when the other train turned off its bright lights. Yep, PRCB. Maybe PRCB? I don't know. It's possible. Oh, and there's the rear of our train. We got that all the way by. So, yeah, just to kind of give everybody, and the lighting here at Mount Vernon really is fantastic at night as well, because of this
I didn't realize it was
floodlight
this
the guy's
nice.
got on the side of his building.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, do you have a timestamp for us at Springfield, Missouri?
I could not find any through trains, but I found either a yard job or a local that was moving around.
Okay.
Question, is that going to be at 7:48 by chance, Patrick?
Yeah, 7:48, 7:49.
Yeah. And I think that is a yard job because I have seen, there's someone I follow on Flickr from that area. And from what I understand, the Springfield yard has a Santa Fe B40-8 on duty. And I believe that's what you see in the far background there, moving around.
That is correct.
So I
So that's
jumped to
pretty cool.
7:06.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit before they show up.
This looks like a pair of Jeeps.
Well, you have to have an eagle eye for this one, Tom. And like I said, this is before it shows up. Actually, no, it's there. It's just stopped.
Okay.
But once you move ahead to 7:48, you'll see what Patrick's talking about.
All right.
Now do you see it?
A little better. We did do some work on fixing the resolution was very blurry because the autofocus was not working correctly this morning, but I do believe we have that fixed now.
I would just let it run from here, honestly.
Okay. We can definitely let it run from this point. So, yeah, it looks like we've got a GEN and EMD here.
Mm-hmm.
Am I seeing that right?
Yep. And then you'll see you kind of get. You know what? I'm just gonna let it play out. You'll see what happens.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for these guys to move around a little more, we will see if we can get caught the rest of the way up on our comment section. Monkey Chow saw it at a circus in the 70s. Wow, that's interesting. I'm assuming we're talking about Ralston Purina again. Never been to Clarence, Iowa before. All right, well, you get to visit vicariously now via YouTube. Oh, I see it now. There is the Santa Fe B40 over there.
Yeah.
But he's pulling out of a yard track.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see it. And it's pretty impossible to tell what he's got. All right, and then this pair of switch engines in the foreground start pulling down as well.
Mm-hmm. So for what it's worth, we got one of our first races on camera here at Springfield.
Yeah. That's awesome. So there are two main lines through here, through this particular location, and I've gotten some different information on this. Some people tell me that this is the Cuba sub, and then...
Did you switch the screen back on?
Oh, yeah. Hey, here. We'll back that up. Just a little
we
bit
didn't
here.
get any of that?
Yeah, here we go. There, you can see the Santa Fe B40 just starting to stick its head out. There we go. All right, so now we'll let this thing play again. So, as these guys pull down by, you can see the Santa Fe Jeep pulling off the yard track, and then, so where these, or Santa Fe GE over there, pulling off the yard track, and then it looks like two Jeeps here in the foreground. And I believe that the two Jeeps are on one of the mains, and what I was starting to say was that this was originally described to me as the Cuba sub, which runs from Springfield to St. Louis, Missouri. And then there's also the Thayer sub, which splits from the Cuba sub a little ways east of this location and goes off down toward Memphis. And I guess to give everybody a little bit of background, oh, and there is a BN caboose as well.
Yeah.
In the middle of the train, no less. That's
I'm sure there's some interesting switching operations somewhere along the line that we just do not know about.
right. Well, and if you look at a map of Springfield, there's all kinds of industrial leads that go off different directions from this
And
area.
I believe this is somewhere in the area. There's one of those underground kind of cave storage facilities where trains go in and out of. I don't remember where exactly, but I know it's in this general central Missouri region, kind of south central.
All right.
I couldn't tell you where it's at though, but I know it's there somewhere.
Sure. So, this camera is being hosted by the Springfield, it's CID, they call themselves. It's the Commercial Street Improvement District. The camera is actually mounted on the Mosaica Rose building, and there's a second static camera which looks down at there's Farmer's Market, but you can see the tracks kind of off to the left a little bit. And then I did kind of a picture-in-picture thing so you could see a little better the track, the actual aspect of trains going by, and it blocks a little bit of the parking lot there too. Gives the people at Mosaica Rose a little more privacy in their parking lot. Cold storage below Highway 65. Apparently that's what they were talking. That's what you were talking about. Oh, they have two caboose in this thing. That's bizarre.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So now I was waiting for this guy to pull down in the clear. So all of these red maintenance away cars in the background, these are actually for new ties. The BNSF runs a tie plant out of here, and they load new ties onto these maintenance away cars for capital projects over the summer. So when you look over here, you're going to see a lot of those cars parked in this yard very frequently. But honestly, it's mostly just a maintenance away yard for these new ties that are being produced.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do we have another timestamp from Springfield, or is that pretty much it?
That is pretty much it. I mean, it's been a relatively dead day here.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, we could try and go back at night and see if we can find anything, if you'd like to do that.
Well,
Otherwise, Buddy gave us a timestamp for Owosso, if
all
we'd
right.
like to switch over to that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
All
Because
right.
this is something else that, we talked about when I put the Owosso cam up, but it's definitely just as true now as it was then, that we have a very specific reason for putting the Owosso cam in, and it is because of days like today. And we're going to go back to
9:13, he said.
Yes, another beautiful sunrise, by the way. And we're here in central Michigan with an awful lot of snow on top of the cars. No big surprise there, I suppose. And 9:13. We got to go a little bit further. 9:05. We're getting there. Oh, we got the GLC. Oh, I thought this was gonna be a steam engine.
Why would it be a steam engine, Tom?
What's that?
Remember, why would it be a steam engine? I feel like you'd see stuff about that on Facebook. There's an active short line here, mister.
This eclectic short line, is that why we're here?
I said there's an active short line right here.
Oh, active short line. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, since when was there a steam engine here?
Yes, we do in fact have a camera here. And at some point, I am going to be putting out the schedule for the Polar Express train so that if people want to tune in and watch that, and probably be trying to recruit some camera operation on those days as well. But yes, I'll admit, I do like the GLC. I'm always a fan of the SD38s, SD40s, still seeing them in use. And those are some real workhorses out there. Short line workhorses.
GLC, good luck catching. Yep, that's fair.
Yes. Well, look, now right? You've got the radio feed, you've got the webcam, when they're leaving the yard. There should be no excuse for not catching the GLC anymore.
They do seem to be pretty consistent in the kind of early to mid-morning hours from what I've observed. So,
yes.
Yeah, it is good luck catching.
Definitely. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll get caught up on our comments again. We're going to look at, all right, yes, Michael Richmond, Garrett Henderson. Great advantage to have signals at night. That's right, buddy. Falling up. R&N hoppers sent to. They always seem to be seen a couple going west. Yes. I think those R&N hoppers get loaded. They're going west loaded, I believe. I'd have to double check that for sure.
I believe that's correct because I think they're, as the name says on the side, I'm pretty sure it's anthracite in there. So that definitely gets loaded out east.
Yep. Advantage of the cameras is seeing them passing at Grand Mount. Something good. Yep. And catching at Cedar Rapids. I know. Look, I'm here. I'm here for the local rail fans. I'm here for everybody, but I'm here for the local rail fans. Don't make any mistakes. I think that everyone can enjoy the variety of traffic that exists in eastern Iowa, but if you want to go out and chase trains in eastern Iowa or anywhere in Iowa for that matter, we've got you covered. CP, what state is camera coming in? Oh, okay. Well, all right. That's fine. I'll tell you, I do have a plan to put one more camera in Illinois next month. Shall we say Northeast Illinois? Would that be vague enough?
I was really hoping you'd say Central Illinois, but I'll take it.
No, I need to do a whole trip in downstate Illinois because there really are. I know I've said it before. There are so many fantastic webcam locations in downstate Illinois. Just waiting for someone to come down there and capitalize on them.
I think there's a good market for people wanting to see a camera on the IC.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. Let's see here. White River Rails, yes. All right, I got that back up. Got that. Hello, I'm Helium. Hello, McFly. Yes, nice reference. Thank you. Yep, 913 at Owosso. That's what we're rolling by right now. It looked like a combination tank car and then loaded grain train, from what it looks like. Cold storage in Branson. Tie cars. Yep. GLC. Yeah, cool. Going to guess the West Chicago Triple Diamond. Man, wouldn't that be great? Put a camera right in Tower JB and watch all the traffic through there. I imagine the CN might have something to say about that, though. That probably would not be high on their list of priorities. Hello, Nebraska Railfanner. Hello. And Santa Fe.
I don't know.
Hopefully one of the big guards. Well, we shall see what happens. And it is, in fact, actually colder in Owosso, Michigan than it is here in eastern Iowa. So,
you know it.
yeah. All right. So we are winding down to the end of the program here. A couple things I'm going to throw out. Sioux Line 1003 charter. We have 9 tickets left to sell, or 8 tickets left to sell, one of the two. So if you are interested in participating in the Sioux Line 1003 photo charter from Fairwater to Hartford, Wisconsin on Sunday, November 12th, go to the Steel Highway website, steel-highway.com, and order a ticket there. It's $210 for the ticket. And I believe we have 41 tickets sold. We have 9 remaining. I believe that's accurate. So, great opportunity. The Sioux Line 1003 crew, honestly, is a fantastic group, and I really, really have enjoyed working with them, setting all this up. And I definitely think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, check that out, and hopefully next week we're going to start pre-orders for the 4th quarter issue of Steel Highway. I have gotten so many fantastic photos submitted to me for fall colors photos, so thank you everyone for sending those in. And I think we're going to just have a beautiful episode, or beautiful magazine to share with people. So look for that to go online. And of course, you can always order back issues. You can subscribe to the magazine if you'd like to, all at steel-highway.com. So, I think that we're going to be wrapping things up here just a few minutes early. But Patrick, do you have any other final thoughts for us here?
I don't. Just freeload charters as long as it's not the Steel Highway one.
Thanks, Patrick. We do not endorse freeloading photo charters. Do not do that.
I endorse it fully.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we invite you along on the next photo charter.
All right. Well, I'll be there.
And
freeloading.
Noah, any final thoughts for us from your end?
My head is totally empty at the moment, unfortunately. But that is a thought in itself, is it not?
It is, yes. The recognition of your existence, that you have nothing to think about, yes.
Exactly.
It's quite existential, but it is in fact a thought.
A little bit.
Yes. Official Elgin Joliet and Eastern YouTube channel endorses freeloading. Whatever. You guys are all problem child types. I can't deal with any of you. All right. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I believe we topped out at about 62 or 63 people today, so thank you so much. And appreciate everyone's support, and make sure and check out the Steel Highway website and order some good stuff there. And everybody have a fantastic week. We will be online again next Wednesday.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
All right. And we are